watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the nation's leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, making an announcement regarding the Grand Bahama Airport. A landmark ruling handed down by the Privy Council will grant children automatic citizenship at birth. We will have reaction. A local attorney sharing his views on the decision to approve a rate adjustment for water services. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Raven Davis. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news tonight, the nation's leader making a big announcement from London, where he is expected to attend the coronation of King Charles III tomorrow. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, disclosing that EXIM Bank has made $1 billion available to the Bahamas for various projects. The first drawdown of $400 million will be dedicated to the construction of the Grand Bahama International Airport. He also announced that the Manchester Airport will be responsible for the redevelopment of Grand Bahamas Airport. The nation's leader expressing gratitude, saying Manchester Airport and EXIM Bank are true and genuine partners, a partnership that is welcomed. Now, you may recall that the Grand Bahama International Airport was destroyed by Hurricane Dorian in 2019, and since then, airport operations have been conducted from a smaller facility on property. Since coming to office, the government announced that the Grand Bahama International Airport would be first on government's public-private partnership agenda. The goal, experienced and qualified private sector partners to propel Grand Bahama Airport redevelopment and revitalizing the island's economy. In other news, the Privy Council in London handing down a landmark ruling today, affirming that children born out of wedlock in the Bahamas to a Bahamian father and a foreign mother are citizens of the Bahamas at birth. This decision is expected to advance the push towards equal citizenship rights for all children in the country. The nation's leader is giving his take on the ruling. Shashina Farquharson reports. The nation's leader issuing a statement on the landmark ruling that reads, "I would like to express my support and commitment to ensuring that our country's laws and policies are fair and just for all Bahamians. This ruling affirms that children born out of wedlock in the Bahamas to biological Bahamian fathers and foreign mothers are citizens of the Bahamas at birth and do not have to wait until 18 years old to apply for citizenship. The Privy Council's decision marks an important step towards ensuring equal citizenship rights for all children, irrespective of their parents' marital status." The statement goes on to say that it is expected to impact the lives of many individuals in our nation positively. The Prime Minister adds that he is dedicated to building a more inclusive and equitable Bahamas, as his government will work diligently to implement the Privy Council's decision and review the existing citizenship legislation to align with this new development. The statement concludes, "Together, let us strive to create a Bahamas that embraces the principles of equality, justice, and unity, where each person's rights are respected and protected under the law." Meanwhile, the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Legal Affairs also issuing a statement today, noticing that the ruling is an all-important step towards ensuring equal citizenship rights. The statement goes on to say that the Attorney General's office will work diligently to ensure the implementation of the Privy Council's decision and to review the existing citizenship legislation in light of this new development. Additionally, the release adds that the Attorney General and the Ministry of Legal Affairs is reminding the public that the government remains committed to addressing other citizenship issues, including granting automatic citizenship to children born abroad to married Bahamian women and their foreign husbands, while concluding that the government will continue its efforts to create a fair and just citizenship framework for all Bahamians. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shashina Farquharson. And a local attorney giving a thumbs up to the landmark ruling handed down by the Privy Council that seeks to give children born out of wedlock equal rights at birth. Co-chair of the 2016 Yes Bahamas campaign, dubbing the ruling a victory and says everyone is entitled to equal treatment. Here's that report. The Privy Council recently upholding an historic ruling that gives children born out of wedlock to Bahamian men and foreign women Bahamian citizenship at birth, irrespective of their mother's nationality. The landmark ruling is strongly supported by attorney Constance McDonald KC, who has been on the front line fighting for women's rights.
Too long now, I think from like about 2016, I think, we have been trying to amend the Constitution to achieve that purpose in addition to other purposes. So I'm happy that the Privy Council has ruled that in that fashion. And, you know, I say kudos to Justice, our present Chief Justice Winder.
McDonald co-chaired the 2016 Yes Bahamas campaign, Equal Rights for Our Sons and Daughters on the Island. 4 bills were proposed in that referendum that sparked controversy at the time, with many Bahamians outrightly rejecting them.
There was a lot of suspicion surrounding what the legislation was supposed to do. So otherwise intelligent people who could read, and I would think understand, chose to believe what everybody else was saying or what some persons were saying as opposed to the actual document. They were saying, oh, this is a homosexual agenda, this is this is that. And then, of course, some of the women we spoke to, because the whole objective of the exercise was so that persons would be equal, men and women in the Bahamas. And some of the women said, so, if we equal, it means you don't have to take care of me no more? We'll be voting against it.
McDonald believes some persons acted selfishly while pointing to the many children left in limbo due to not having Bahamian status. She points to another aspect of the referendum that dealt with women who married non-Bahamian men and had children outside of the Bahamas who have to apply for citizenship. She brands that unfair.
I've heard of cases where the children would come home every summer to spend time with mommy's family, and in their own minds, they're Bahamians, until, of course, they are now adults coming home to work and, oh, but you need a work permit because you're not a Bahamian. It turns a lot of children off. And so whilst I'm very happy that, you know, single fathers, I mean, not just single fathers, any father who's a Bahamian has a child born to a non-Bahamian in the Bahamas, whilst I'm happy that that child now gets citizenship, we still have a lot of work to do because we have to deal now with those children born out of the Bahamas to Bahamian women whose husbands are not Bahamian.
Moving forward, the attorney maintained her stance that everyone is entitled to equal treatment and suggests that we are guided by the Constitution.
Personally, I don't think that they should have to give up their other citizenship because when a woman is married to a Bahamian man, a foreign woman, she doesn't have to renounce her nationality in order to get Bahamian citizenship. The Constitution says that when she marries a Bahamian man, she's automatically entitled to Bahamian citizenship. And so therefore, I don't feel as if any government policy can outride what the Constitution says.
We have local reaction now to that landmark ruling by the Privy Council. These residents say the same right should be extended to the Bahamian mother, whether married or not.
I feel like if they have a child with a foreigner, I believe that the child should have citizenship because of the mother. And if they get married, now it's a different. But I feel if they are separated, they should have citizenship in the Bahamas because of the mother, because we have rights.
A lot of us as Bahamians, we go abroad and we want our children to have the same privilege, you understand? And we want to get that privilege also from our children. So I believe it's only fitting if the child is born wherever, you understand, the child should be a citizen of the country it is born in, whether, whomever, if they come legal or illegal. You understand? Okay. I believe it's only fair for the child. The child don't have anything to do with it. The child is innocent. So I believe it's only fair.
In other news, the Grand Bahama Port Authority coming under scrutiny tonight. The Port Authority recently granted approval to the Grand Bahama Utility Company for a rate increase. A local barrister is taking exception to this move. Ramiko Knowles has the story.
And how can they profess to act as a proper regulatory body when they are essentially internally approving these rate increases and advising the public of it weeks after the fact.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority is facing criticism from attorney-at-law Osmond Johnson for a lack of public consultation regarding the approval of GBUC's rate increase. Johnson charges that the decision was already made weeks before residents were informed.
It was done nearly a month before the Port Authority made an announcement, which means that there clearly was no intention on their part, in their capacity as regulator, to go through what we understand to be the usual process of public consultation with the residents and consumers, of consultation with the relevant government ministries prior to a decision or approval being given by the Grand Bahama Port Authority.
Johnson is calling on regulators to provide greater transparency and notes that the increase raises concerns about a possible conflict of interest with the Grand Bahama Port Authority, working as a regulator to a company they are directly affiliated with. He says this raises questions about the fairness of the regulatory process.
We are aware now, the public, that the owner of the Grand Bahama Utility Company is actually the Port Group Limited, the shareholders for which are the very same shareholders as that for the Grand Bahama Port Authority. How can they claim to act as an impartial regulatory authority when they are expected essentially to regulate a corporate affiliate of their company?
Additionally, he further criticized the company for raising their rates despite their admittedly poor service after Hurricane Dorian.
The same company that has provided us with a service which is not fit for purpose, brackish water, water which is non-potable, for 2 years, as opposed to offering the consumers a rate decrease for a certain period of time in lieu of their recognition of this failure to provide a proper service, what they've done is the opposite.
He says it's time for the government to step in.
Either to remove the Port Authority through a court process and or to find a buyer so that we can be done with this inequitable system that we currently have in place.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Thanks, Romiko. Well, a blaze erupting at a house on Dominica Avenue, the area commonly called The Ridge, leaving significant damage to one portion of the building. Chief Superintendent of Police and Fire Chief Eli Ariskar says officers received the call around 4:13 p.m. yesterday.
On arrival, the officers met the northeastern section of the building fully engulfed in flames. The fire was quickly extinguished, which left the building extensively damaged at this time. The investigation into this fire is presently ongoing at this time as we await further inquiries in this matter.
The fire chief noting that 2 occupants were at home the moment the fire erupted, and the fire department was alerted right away, and that is why firefighters were able to contain the blaze rather quickly.
The fire itself was rather quickly extinguished due to it already extended to the outside of the building. So the officers were able to make a quick offensive attack and were able to contain the fire to one section of the bedroom. There was 2 occupants who were in the building at the time. They managed to escape the flames without any injuries. At this time, we're questioning those individuals reference to as how the fire may have started.
Well, when we come back, a local lodge hosting a breakfast and clothing drive in the Garden Villas community. That story and more when the Northern Edition continues.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison. Pizza Hut Freeport has the perfect deal for you. Order a large 1-topping pizza, 5 cheesy breadsticks, and a 2-liter drink for just $24.70 with that. Choose your favorite topping and enjoy our fan-favorite cheesy breadsticks with an ice-cold 2-liter drink. Available at Pizza Hut for delivery, carry-out, and curbside. Order today. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport.
List your home in Grand Bahama with H.G. Christie. Visit their new office in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. H.G. Christie, celebrating over 100 years of service.
Sunday, May 14th, celebrate Mom in the Grand Lucayan Hotel Grand Ballroom for a Mother's Day full buffet brunch treat with plenty of live entertainment. Tickets on sale at the lobby daily. For more information, call 373-1333. Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath. Number 16 Oak Street, phone 688-9661.
Gents, Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about upgrading my kids' mother's kitchen.
Man, I thought your children's mother was married to another man. You have to know when to let go. This is powerful. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my wife's kitchen for Mother's Day. I am sure she would love that.
I think so too. Check out Consort Bahamas. They're having a pre-Mother's Day sale, 35% off store-wide starting April 16th through May 16th. The Sandy Port Plaza, Freeport, Abaco, and Ulu.
Don't miss the free bracelet event just in time for Mother's Day, going on now exclusively at Pandora, Port Lucaia.
Cast your vote for Bahamian entertainer Cedric Little Joe Cartwright in the Rising Star Song Competition for the song King of the Jungle. Visit www.carnivalbahamas.com/vote. Voting closes on May 5th.
Visit Island Care Pharmacy on Explorers Way, next to Tico's Clothing Store. They offer the best in pharmaceutical health care and medical supplies. Take advantage of their medical discount plan today. Island Care Pharmacy, phone 602-0932.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood, and your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
At Chum Bucket, we offer a variety of fine and affordable seafood options. Not only do we offer your local catch or local delicacy, we also offer the stone crabs, blue crabs. We also offer a variety of baits for our fishermen. We also have a seafood kiosk where you can purchase your local snapper fresh.
We have items to do seafood boil. We have crayfish, scallops, blue crabs, snow crab legs. We have salmon portions. We have snappers. We have everything to seafood with tenderized conch. We have whole conch. If you don't want it tenderized, you can get it whole. You get it fresh with the conch shell. We have it all. We're located across from the Uniform Place in the Agora Plaza. We're open from 9 to 6, Monday to Saturday, and Sunday 9 to 3. You can contact us at 688-2222.
This programming note, the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition will air at 5:30 p.m. this Friday, May 5th, followed by the Bahamas Tonight. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. King Hiram Lodge number 5, along with its sister chapter Queen Esther number 2, recently hosting a breakfast and clothing drive in the Garden Villas area. Master Brando Stewart says it's their duty to lend a helping hand.
Throughout the year, we normally pick areas that we go in and we assist. Recently, we've assisted with one of our brothers who was in need, medical expense. We also assisted late last year with the children's home. We did a party for the children's home, for the children there, so that they could, enjoy during the Christmas time. And so this is a continuation of our community efforts that we do throughout the entire year.
With a number of arms at the wheel, Sister Bishandarish Smith was grateful to all who made the drive a success.
This is something that we're going to continue doing, feeding and assisting those in need, because you'd never know when it'll be your time. We got sponsors from Leslie's Trades and other persons in the community. We just want to say thank you to everyone that assisted. This is just the beginning of it.
Your check on sports is next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. We are at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex for this year's primary school track and field championships. Over 20 primary schools competing for 3 separate titles. Who will be the winners? The first races on the track was the 400 heat in all age groups. In the 13 and under boys 400 meters, the tall and slanky 6th grader Caleb Aubrey got off to a fast start and never looked back as he easily took first place for Hugh Campbell.
Placed myself on the back stretch, but I know some people wanted to take me out, so I had to go strong.
Once the 400s were done, it was time for the 100-meter heats, beginning with the under 7 girls and boys, 9 and under, 11 and under, and 13 and under sprint races. The finals of the 100 meters is scheduled for Friday morning at 10 a.m., but for now, defending the title from last year's primary school track and field championships in the small age group was Lewis Yard Primary. Coach Tempest Ballard is hopeful for a repeat.
We've seen the competition with these little kids. They came out here to compete. Lewis Yard Primary School is willing to work hard, but they definitely will have to work extremely hard because the other schools didn't come out here to play. So hopefully we could win the title this year. That's the goal, with the hard work and dedication of everybody committing to what they're supposed to do when they come out here.
Coach Oren Murphy and Freeport Gospel won last year's medium school title, and they too hoping to win it all again.
So far, we've had a number of firsts in our races, gold medals in field events, so we're expecting to do extremely well, if not the best.
After 2 days of competition so far, Hugh Campbell Primary leading all schools with 157 points ahead of Walter Parker with 112 points. Coach John Ingram also has his eyes on defending their title in the big schools category.
We have a good chance of repeating, it's all about strategy. We're trying to strategize now and how we're going to put together our relays. And we did well in the field events this year because last time we were kind of weak. We had to come back in the track events, but now we're more balanced. So hopefully we could get another shot at becoming champions once the kids perform the way we want them to perform.
Action will continue through Friday with the 400 finals, 200 finals, and relays. Switching gears now in sports, UB Fit Fun Run, Walk, Bike, Skate, and Push is set for this Saturday, May 6th at 6 a.m., beginning at the UB North downtown campus.
It's really a celebration of health and wellness, as well as encouraging the community and our future generations to really get out there and keep up a healthy lifestyle. Those who would have seen previously, we are in the preparations of gutting and rebuilding. So funds raised from this event will be going towards the rebuilds of that campus, as well as the UB North Student Support Award. So we're really excited so far from the support that we have gotten, and we're excited to see who else are going to come out, and we're encouraging everyone to come out. Groups, of course, are welcome. Last time, Grand Bahama Power Company took away the prize for the largest group, and so we're encouraging everyone else to come out again and really, provide some competitive edge for them.
And finally in sports, the Sunland Stingers won the Grand Bahama Secondary School Stephen Adley Bernard Arana Junior Boys Baseball title after defeating Jack Haywood 3-2. The MVP went to pitcher Tyler Knowles. The Senior Boys Championship game will be between St. George's Jaguars and Jack Haywood Wildcats. And that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
Don't miss the spring pop-up shop at Canal House, Pelican Bay. Free admission, amazing vendors, great products, and prizes. Join them May 6, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m.
The NACAC New Life Invitational Track Meet comes to the Grand Bahama Sports Complex Saturday, May 13th. Tickets $20 for adults and $10 for children.
Hi. I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
Home Care Electric and Andrus Beauty Supplies is celebrating their 11th year anniversary with 10 to 20% off store-wide on windows, hurricane supplies, appliances, plates, pots, and pans. They are the largest lighting company in the Bahamas with a newly renovated showroom. Don't miss this special. It all happens from May 1st through May 6th.
Come on down at Home Care, V-Care.
Located Joe Farrington Road. Give them a call today at 324-7953.
Here's a public service announcement for anybody who will say Porky. If you will say Porky, this message is for you. It's all about the Road to 50 celebrations in West and Grand Bahama Bay from May 26th to May 28th. So May 26th is all about the welcoming party right there at the YMCA grounds in Hunters. Come on out, but we get Big Flex and we get Sweet Mouth on the DJs that holding it down. But I can tell you right now, leave your kids home. This ain't no kids party. This is a grown folks party. Now the next day, that's Saturday, bring the kids out. It's the People's Rush with the best Junkanoo group in the nation right now. We gotta say it. Who are we? One family. Even though Isa Valley, I gotta say one family. So one family is coming to Freeport, and on the Sunday it's all about the best of the best. Gino D, KB, Tima, Papa Smythe, Wilfred Solomon. So much more, so much more. And I can say it again, no kids to this event neither. If your mom is acting like a little boy, leave him home. Leave.
If you're over 50, you may want to be taking this supplement. I'm talking about collagen. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the body and it's responsible for healthy hair, skin, nails, and even your gut health. Collagen can help to improve skin hydration, which can help to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, giving you smoother and more glowing skin. Collagen also helps to support joint comfort and mobility. The amino acids in collagen help to maintain healthy cartilage, ligaments, and tendons, which is key for joint health, especially as you get older. And last but not least, collagen helps to support gut health. The proteins in collagen help to maintain the integrity of the gut lining, thus helping to increase your immunity and helping you to eliminate waste more efficiently. Hope you found these tips useful, and if you need any of the supplements mentioned, we have them available at the Fitness Connection. Come check us out.
Welcome to Port in a Minute, an informative segment brought to you by the Grand Bahama Port Authority, where we update you on the latest news taking place within the Port Group of companies and our community.
Today we're here to begin the demolition of the African and Asian section of the International Bazaar through the kind cooperation of the President of the International Bazaars Association, Mr. Chris Payne, and the Director of the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union. We've received the permission to begin the demolition of the fire-damaged structure in the bazaar. There are other structures that are also damaged, other structures that are structurally unsound, and so we appeal to the owners to make contact with us so that we can also proceed with the demolition of these structures. Our main aim is to beautify the city and to get rid of these eyesores within the city. And so we're pleased to be here today. Once these buildings are demolished, the properties remain in the hands of the owners and they do not become the...
I thought the march was very, very good. Today we're celebrating 61 years, Doris Johnson, what she did to promote women to bring us to this stage to where we are today.
Seeing the little girls was the coolest part to me because, you know, that's our future.
I actually thought it was amazing to see so many females come on and support one another. It makes me know that, you know, we have actually grown. I know where we came from and I know we have to go further.
A woman's march, that is something that's very different, so I really liked it and I feel like it's a great turnout for being the first one.
I feel good. I'm proud to be a woman in this Bahama land.
I am so proud to be a woman in the Bahamas.
This programming note, the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition will air at 5:30 p.m. this Friday, May 5th, followed by the Bahamas Tonight. Your #1 news team covering the North, Tonight, Northern Edition.
Henley Arthur, you are our Facebook friend of the day, and we want to say happy birthday to you. We also want to send a happy birthday shout out to Doreen Russell in New Providence. We say make this one memorable. And that's going to do it for us here in the Northern Bahamas. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, I'm Raven Davis. Make it a wonderful evening.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, a citizenship victory. UK investors hear from the Prime Minister. Taxi fare increases foreshadowed. And in sports, beach soccer kicks off. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is linked up by BTC. Whether it's chatting, gaming, content creating, or working smart to get things done, link up to stay connected with BTC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The London-based Privy Council delivering a landmark ruling today that's expected to advance the push towards equal citizenship rights for all children in the country, regardless of their parents' marital status. Fern Carey has tonight's top story.
The Privy Council's ruling affirms that children born out of wedlock to foreign women and Bahamian men are Bahamian citizens at birth. It comes after the Attorney General appealed the decision of the Court of Appeal of the Bahamas, upholding now Chief Justice Ian Winder's 2020 ruling that every person born in the Bahamas shall become a citizen of the Bahamas at their date of birth under Article 6 of the Constitution if either biological parent, regardless of their marital status, is a citizen of the Bahamas. The judgment stems from a case involving 5 respondents who were born in the Bahamas and claim that their biological fathers are citizens of the Bahamas, but their mothers are not. Their parents were not married at the dates of their births. Bahamian human rights expert and attorney Marian Bethel noted how the High Court's ruling promotes social justice in the country.
It is the socially just way to go, and so I support it. I'm very pleased with that. I think it, in addition to that, it allows equal rights citizenship for Bahamians.
However, Bethel admits that there is still more work to be done in advancing equality in citizenship for Bahamian women.
There is still the outstanding issue of Bahamian women who are married to non-Bahamian men and their children are born outside of the Bahamas. That has to be addressed and addressed immediately. This has been a really egregious breach of a Bahamian woman's rights.
Now, the Attorney General indicated in a statement Thursday that the government remains committed to addressing other citizenship issues, including granting automatic citizenship to children born abroad to married Bahamian women and their foreign husbands. He also declared that the government will continue efforts to create a fair and just citizenship framework for all Bahamians. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
The Prime Minister also responding tonight to the Privy Council's citizenship ruling upholding the landmark judgment of Supreme Court Chief Justice Ian Winder. The Prime Minister noting in a release from London that the High Court's decision marks an important step towards ensuring equal citizenship rights for all children, irrespective of their parents' marital status, a move that's expected to positively impact the lives of many. He goes on to renew his commitment to build a more inclusive and equitable Bahamas, adding that his government will work diligently to implement the Privy Council's decision and review the existing citizenship legislation to align with this new development. Well, it was actually one of the questions categorically rejected in the gender equality referendum nearly a decade ago, but it seems years later, many Bahamians have had a change of heart. Cleopatra Murphy has John Q. Public's reaction to the Privy Council's landmark decision on citizenship.
The question was put to the public, and most of the Bahamians who responded fully endorsed the Privy Council's ruling that children born out of wedlock to Bahamian men are citizens at birth, regardless of their mother's nationality. The ruling has the full support of Kenneth Simonet and Carolyn Grant, who both see it as progress.
Well, I believe in equality. So what's good for the goose, good for the gander. If the woman has the right to have a child and give her citizenship, and the man should be able to do the same thing. So I don't have a problem with that.
I think it now levels the playing field with an unmarried woman, and it should be fair. So I think it's now leveling the playing field, and so it is what it is.
Yet another female has some reservations despite acknowledging the High Court's ruling would create equality between men and women in this instance. But that's not the case for Joseph Roll.
We have problems with immigration system, and for right now, I feel as though it's going to be it's going to cause some challenges and it's going to cause some problems. That's how I feel.
I think it's about time, that they deal with it like that still, because we're all equal.
When it comes to Bahamian citizenship, Garthia Jackson says men and women should have equal rights, a view also held by Farron Moss and another resident.
It shouldn't matter whether you're a man or woman, that once you're born here, you should be able to get the rights of your father or your mother.
I feel as if you are a Bahamian of Bahamian citizenship, and if you have a child with a woman, whether or not she is a foreigner, that child should take on the citizenship of the father.
You can't choose for the child, and the child chooses at such time. Until then, let them have dual citizenship. They could go to this country until they get a certain age and make the choice for themselves. That should have never been an issue.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now, our news team also getting reaction from the foreign community on the Privy Council's ruling. Reverend Jean Charles of the League of Haitian Pastors says the Haitian community thanks God that the court ruled in their favor, and Haitians will continue to pray for the government and all political parties. Similar sentiments shared by former Jamaican honorary consul to the Bahamas, Patrick Hanlon, who told us in a telephone interview today that this ruling will positively impact Jamaican women long faced with this dilemma.
There were cases I had to deal with where the woman claimed that it was because of that they were identified by the children or the child's or children's father to immigration, and that happened. I dealt with a few cases in those cases that came to my attention. I wouldn't be able to say they were deported because of that issue. I would say for reasons they may have gotten connected with a Bahamian man who they have had association with. And I've had cases where it was implied that they were deported because of that reasons. I've no proof, but that came out in a lot of situations that I've dealt with.
In other news, the Attorney General making several interventions in his 25-page speech at the Bahamas' Universal Periodic View at the United Nations Human Rights Council in Switzerland yesterday. In this report, our Altavis Munnings examines the government's human rights reviews on education and the youth.
In his closing statement, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder, appealed to the United Nations Human Rights Council to assist in cross-border enforcement when it comes to guns, as their illegal use severely impacts a person's human rights. His request comes as government intends to reduce violent crime by cracking down on the proliferation of firearms, particularly focusing on strengthening borders and entry points and on interrupting networks of illegal smugglers. In his intervention on education, the Attorney General confirmed government closed public schools upon the first official reported COVID-19 case in the Bahamas to prevent its spread across the public school system. AG Pinder affirmed that over 4,500 of those more than 41,000 public school students were missing from the 2021-2022 school year, all thanks to the pandemic. Now, this represented some 11% of the public school student population, and even more concerning, close to 8,000 students were completely disengaged from instruction for more than 75% of the school year. The Attorney General disclosed that even though the Ministry of Education developed remote, face-to-face, and hybrid instruction, the Find Every Child initiative was mounted in 2021 to locate students who were missing, address challenges that kept students away from school, and bring them back to learning in the shortest possible time. Data shows that education officials achieved a 94% attendance rate, more than 6,811 students missing for more than 50% of the school year. We're now down to only 425 students missing for that period. The Attorney General's intervention on youth recognized a noticeable absence of young people solely dedicated to fighting human rights. Despite this gap, he maintains the Bahamas is committed to ensuring the youth's voice is heard and their rights are protected. Additionally, government plans to update and adopt the National Youth Policy in Parliament this year. Altavis Munnings, ZNS Network News.
Well, the United Kingdom commends the Bahamas' initiatives to end gender-based violence and sexual assault, particularly through training residents to identify, address, and find resolution to these issues. The British government recognizes the Bahamas' unique challenges as a small island developing state and the further pressure on resources caused by Hurricane Dorian and COVID-19. The United Kingdom remains concerned, though, about the issue of statelessness for individuals born in the country who are not automatically afforded Bahamian citizenship. It recommends the Bahamas continues efforts to improve prisoners' detention conditions, healthcare, and nutrition, take effective measures to prevent and end gender-based violence, including high rates of domestic violence and femicide, and review gender-neutral policies in the area of work, education, health, and social services. Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, sharing an image of the Bahamas well beyond its continued success in tourism and the financial services sectors. Bringing the keynote address to the Caribbean Council Investment Seminar in London today, Davis pointed to new areas of economic activity here at home, like strengthening the culture and creative sectors. As a starting point, the government intends to further its plans to build a tertiary-level school for the creative and performing arts. But in deepening the country's investment partnership, he made this point.
As Prime Minister and as a government, our fundamental goal is to make life better for the people of the Bahamas. While this ought to be a self-evident truth for every nation, it is sometimes obscured when we seek to attract foreign investment. We invite the money in, doing our best to make sure that there are genuine contributions to national development. However, my government believes that the potential to private wealth creation and investment in projects for the wider public benefit both can go hand in hand. With an evolved understanding of what the Bahamas is, what the Bahamas does and can do, I believe that we can make it happen.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
We just got the new fiber internet speed bump. Now my internet so fast I can watch 2 4K movies, play video games, and browse with my computer at the same time.
Yeah, my internet so fast I could download a whole season of shows before my noodles run cooking.
Mine so fast when I go to church online, service actually over early.
Mine so fast when I'm working from home, 5 o'clock, come before 3.
Sound like you got this BTC fiber internet speed bump like me.
But it's so fast, I had to have it.
Current fiber internet bundle customers now have as much as 3 times the speed. Totally free. Link up with BTC.
Because they were on sale, Keisha bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? Come and satisfy that hunger at KFC before doing something crazy. Snack Box for only $5 with a piece of juicy KFC fried chicken, creamy mashed potato, and a buttery biscuit. A finger-licking good deal.
Okay, fam.
Disaster preparedness report? Huh?
Plywood, nails.
Check. Leah?
Got the food.
All right. And me? Important documents, first aid, and medication. Check. Uncle Mike? Water safety kit. Check. Lexi?
The mental health and wellness map. I found out that there are ways to reduce stress, fear, loss, and anxiety of a disaster. I even put together a list of persons willing to help us if things get really, really rough. Knowing how to care for mental health needs is an important part of a disaster preparation.
Call the Bahamas Psychological Association today at 356-0039 and ask about our free workshops.
Attention, island friends. This is a parrot service announcement. A manta ray mayday, a turtle alert, bottlenose news flash. They're in trouble and you can help. Our mission at the Blue Project Foundation is to protect thousands of endangered animals and their homes. One of the ways is by caring for coral reefs, a vital part of our entire ecosystem. Find out how you can help save these majestic animals. Learn more at blueprojectatlantis.org.
The live broadcast of the coronation of Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla on the ZNS Network will begin at 4:30 a.m. on Saturday, May 6, 2023. Live on the ZNS Network. The coronation, from a prince to a king, is brought to you by
This segment of the news is brought to you by RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/gear-up for an RBC auto loan.
A Bahamian man charged with murder here in the Bahamas 5 years ago has been taken into custody in the United States. Monroe County Sheriff officers arrested 30-year-old Byron Demerit during a traffic stop early Wednesday morning. It was while searching the vehicle that deputies discovered 6 handguns, marijuana, and ecstasy. 3 of the weapons were reportedly stolen. Reports indicate that Demerit's passenger, 22-year-old Dario Saunders of Atlanta, ran from the deputies but was later arrested inside a nearby Walmart. Both men were charged with driving without a license, trafficking ecstasy, 6 counts of possession of firearms during commission of a felony, 3 counts of theft by receiving stolen property, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, and possession of a dangerous weapon. Both men remain in custody at the Monroe County Jail. Demerit was charged with the murder of 17-year-old Mitchell Monroe of Fox Hill back on September 16, 2017. Well, it's been approved. Taxi passengers need now brace for the fare increase that's to come. As Desmond Saunders tells us, it's a give and take arrangement for cab drivers and the government.
The long-awaited increase in fares. Good news for taxicab drivers who have been agitating for months for changes. President of the Bahamas Taxicab Union is Wesley Ferguson.
We didn't anticipate that the tourist arrivals would have rebounded so aggressively, but now it has surprised even us, as in the taxi industry. So taxi drivers with the new increase in our taxi drivers will take home a good week's pay for honest day work.
The new increase is expected to take effect in the coming weeks, but before that process rolls out, Transport Minister the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis says a Gazette process must take place.
Draft is being created now. It goes to the Attorney General's office. Once they sign off and approve it, then we'll have it gazetted and bring into effect those fares. And so, like I said, we're hoping to have that early summer, and it shouldn't take that long.
The new fare increase is part of overall reforms to improve the taxi cab industry. Cab drivers are now expected to adhere to a strict code of conduct. There are also regulated cab fees being supported by a new app.
So we created a Rate Your Ride app, and that's going to help to survey and rate our taxi drivers, but it also helps to manage the fares that people are being charged, because the app would have indication embedded in them on what the rate should be, or an idea closely related to what it should be. And so the app is going to help, and then the fare increase, but also there's a code of conduct.
With rosy tourism numbers and increasing visitor arrivals rivaling pre-pandemic levels, President of the Bahamas Hotel Tourism Association, Sandy Sand, says this move is good for the country and long overdue.
A significant amount of the tourists that come to this country, over 2/3 of them, would use transportation services at one point or another. And we have had more than our share of dissatisfied customers in this area over a period of time. So the initiatives that have been announced today as a result of discussions are going to go a long way to reducing those levels of dissatisfaction.
As the industry undergoes a major shakeup, transport officials hoping to continue discussions with over 1,400 cab drivers in the country to ensure much-needed quality improvements are carried out. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
A local business wasting no time getting into the independent spirit 2 months out of the country's 50th anniversary. Carla Palmer has the story.
Bahamas Waste is the latest Bahamian-owned enterprise, showcasing national pride ahead of the big day of July 10th, the 50th anniversary of the country's independence. The 36-year-old New Providence-based company displayed tangible evidence of its patriotism in grand style Thursday by unveiling its newest garbage truck bearing the 50th Independence Celebration logo. Francisco de Cardenas is Bahamas Waste's managing director.
Bahamas Waste, we are proud to be a patriotic company that supports these amazing causes. We believe it is important to recognize and celebrate the achievements of our country, and we are honored to have been given the opportunity to create the special design of our truck. We hope that our design will help to promote a sense of pride and unity amongst Bahamians and serve as a reminder of our country's rich history and bright future.
Wizard Science, in conjunction with the Independence Committee, jointly designed the logo. Independence Secretariat, co-chair Her Excellency Leslie Miller Bryce, applauded Bahamas Waste for their support of national development and what she describes as their amazing record of keeping our country clean.
It is important that we all get involved and participate in the celebration and the development of our country. When you are proud of something, you take care of it. When you are proud of your country, you protect it. When you are proud of something, you add value to it by making it better and stronger. Today, Bahamas Waste is doing just that.
This garbage truck, although a work of art, is one of 60 that's in operation throughout communities here in New Providence. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Well, the government pulling out all the stops for the country's big birthday, and that includes sprucing up Clifford Park. A release noting that the park is officially closed to the public for structural upgrades and beautification in preparation for the 50th independence. That then means that it is unavailable for the hosting of any entertainment, social, or sporting event. Meantime, some traffic diversions for tomorrow's Jubilee Independence celebrations. Market Street North between School Lane and Lewis Street will be closed to motorists from 6 p.m. until the completion of that event. Also of note, vehicles traveling south on Market Street will be diverted west through School Lane. The National Report returns in a moment. Stay with us.
This segment of the news brought to you by Jubilee Day, Friday, May 5th, a presentation of the 50th Independence Secretariat.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Get in gear with an RBC auto loan with up to 100% financing, extended repayment, and low interest rates.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/gear up. Conditions apply.
I've been flying with Western Air for 15 years.
I suppose anywhere from 15 to maybe 20 years now.
When they were just flying the Saabs, I was flying Western Air to different parts of the country.
The jets are amazing.
I think they're very comfortable, have a really good ride.
We always have doctors, staff that are changing in terms of when they go, when they come back. So Western Air accommodates us always.
If I ever have to change a flight,
You know, they don't have penalties. They're very, very accommodating.
So when I heard about that they're now going into Fort Lauderdale, I thought this is just so progressive, and I felt proud.
It's like, you know, drinking a nice, cold lemonade.
I hear it's very exciting. I hear it's a quick, fast switch transfer between other airlines in the Bahamas. So I'm looking forward to it all.
Staff and administrators of Uriah McPhee Primary School celebrated the nation's upcoming 50th independence anniversary with a special assembly under the theme, "From Whence We Came, the Journey Continues." Acting Director Dominique McCartney-Russell encouraged teachers to continue to effect positive change in the lives of their students.
I came from very humble beginnings. And so when you see these children sit here, you don't know what you have in your midst. And not to say that I'm anybody. I'm not saying that I'm anybody. But God is greater than our environment. Right? He is greater. And all of these children, regardless of where they come from, they have an opportunity to excel. And why? Because they have quality teachers, support staff, and administrators speaking life into them and saying to them, you can achieve and you will achieve.
Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, encouraged students.
Kids, let me say this to you. We are about to celebrate 50 years of our independence as a country. You are the future of our nation. And in order for us to celebrate another 50, which most of us won't be here, we pray, God, that you continue to stay steadfast, continue to be humble, learn what your teachers are telling you today. Because what you miss at this age now, it's going to be difficult to catch as you get older.
For Ed Talk, I am Johnny McIntyre.
This moment in time, very, very exciting for me, and to know that we can have this time to look back and right now in the present see his lovely wife and children who has weathered the storms with him in getting this country where we are right now. We thank God for the legacy.
He is such an inspirational individual. He is what many may say that is a perfect representation of a true leader.
And the legacy for me that Sir Lyndon Pindling left was all about freedom.
For my generation, Sir Lyndon Pindling was everything, because without him, I wouldn't be standing here doing what I have been doing for the past 30 years.
I never look at it the same way as him as just a man. He has given everything that he had, including his family, and definitely left a legacy behind that can never, ever be forgotten.
I love that we have a chance to just say thank you for his work.
This Thursday, May 4th at 8 p.m., tune into the ZNS Television Network for the broadcast of the 1973 Masterclass lecture, Legacy Building, featuring Loretta Butler Turner and Allison Maynard Gibson, and moderated by Julian Reed. This fascinating lecture, presented by the 50th Independence Secretariat, covers subjects from the pivotal roles women play in Bahamian politics to where does the 21st century Bahamas go from here. That's Legacy Building, a 1973 Masterclass Series lecture presented by the 50th Independence Secretariat, this Thursday, May 4th at 8 p.m.
Centuries, Bahamians have been known as masters of the sea, from the Lucayans and Arawaks, swashbuckling pirates, quaint workboats to meticulously crafted sloop race boats. Bahamians have evolved the sport of sailing as it plays an integral part of our culture. For more than 70 years, Bahamians have displayed passion and grit for the sport, and it is one that has bridged the gap between young and older Bahamians. We are proud to anchor sailing as the national sport of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical, to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
Are you a film lover? Well, this next story may very well interest you. The Bahamas International Film Festival's underway, and officials are encouraging you to take in one of the many films on display. Jimenita Swain shares what she took in on day one.
The Bahamas International Film Festival, or BIF, is back in its 18th year, opening on Wednesday at the Atlantis Resort with a number of films, one of which featured Bahamian astronaut Aisha Bowe.
It almost feels overwhelming. When I started out years ago, I never thought that I was going to end up on a large screen, let alone a large screen here in the Bahamas.
Bowe is featured in the film in her element with two other women who separately detailed their passion and what it took to follow their dreams. Passion Point Collective founder Marcus Petersell shares the film, one of two submitted.
Not the science type, and in her element, all about celebrating amazing women in technology and science and how they're helping change the world.
Petersell says In Her Element took about 2 years to produce, and seeing the final product is a great feeling. Minister of State for Education and Technical and Vocational Training, Zane Lightbourne, among those taking in the films, and another produced by students.
I'm very proud of seeing a Bahamian, one of our young Bahamian females, a black female. The inclusion of the short films from our students across Cat Island and schools here, to be able to see that on the big screen, it brings a different feel.
Another film screened was Feeding Tomorrow that would draw the likes of the Agriculture Minister and others from that sector. The film, an effort of two brothers.
It was 6 years ago that I met my first farmer here in the Bahamas, and that began my entire journey towards wanting to know more about sustainability.
His brother Simon equally excited.
There's hope to save our food system and ourselves.
For BIF founder Leslie Vanderpool, this year's film festival has something for everyone.
We're just thrilled to be able to showcase 60-plus films from 20 different countries and actually have 70 filmmakers here.
At least 10 Bahamian films are featured in the lineup, so you have between now and May 7th to take in any one of the films. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimenita Swain.
Well, thanks, Jimenita. Meantime, the film festival's opening pulling in a number of local dignitaries, and among them, Acting Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper.
This is important not just for tourism, but for the industry as a whole. This is a key part of the Bahamian experience, to be able to appreciate the culture, the art, and the talent of the Bahamian people. Tonight, I understand we have 10 Bahamian productions. This is important for the industry. We have been doing a lot to encourage the creative arts, and certainly tonight is an important step in that direction.
Well, her official introduction to the British public, initially a rocky one. 20 years later, the once Camilla Parker Bowles will on Saturday officially take on the symbolic role of Queen Consort for the United Kingdom. But exactly who is she? Well, our Altavis Munnings fills us in.
Camilla Rosemary Shand was born on July 17, 1947, at King's College Hospital in London. Her ascension to British royalty began when it is believed that she met Prince Charles at a polo match at Windsor Great Park in 1970. After 35 years of friendship, then Prince Charles, Prince of Wales, and the then Camilla Parker Bowles married in a civil ceremony in Windsor on April 9, 2005. Following her marriage to the king, the Queen Consort became patron or president of over 100 charities. Her Majesty's engagement ring once belonged to Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, who is the king's grandmother. Following Her Majesty's death in September, Camilla, with the late Queen's blessing, was officially named the Queen Consort of the United Kingdom, along now King Charles III. And if you didn't know, Her Majesty is a keen gardener and also produces her own honey at home in Wiltshire. Her ears aren't pierced. Instead, she chooses to wear clip-on earrings. The Queen Consort enjoys playing Scrabble and Wordle and keeps fit by taking Silver Swan ballet classes. The coronation of Charles III and Camilla will take place this Saturday, May 6th at Westminster Abbey in London. You can watch the ceremony right here on the ZNS Network beginning at 4:30 a.m. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian. Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, if it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. If it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
A familiar face to regattas all over the Bahamas, but especially to the Exuma National Family Island Regatta, is stepping away from his frontline duties as commodore. Danny Strawn recalls when he set his personal career goals 31 years ago. The first was to remove the regatta's fender stalls from the waterfront to allow more space and access to those attending.
I've had the honor and privilege of leading for 31 years the team responsible for planning, preparing, and executing the National Regatta. 31 years ago, I set 4 main goals. 1, creating a much larger space for the regatta and related facilities. And I want to thank especially the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, our Prime Minister.
Another one of Strawn's goals and the highlight of his career came to fruition this year during the 67th National Family Island Regatta.
The next thing I set as a goal, to make sailing the national sport of the Bahamas. And last night, we did it in grand style. And again, I want to thank Prime Minister Davis because we're doing it on his watch. So let's thank him.
Another goal was to ensure that skippers and sailors trained the future generations so that the sport could continue. So it gave Strawn great pleasure to hand the reins over to Exuma Sailing Club head coach Dallas Knowles, who will be taking over as commodore.
I can't think of bigger shoes to fill. All I can say real quickly is Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, people of Exuma, I give you my word that I will work as hard as I can to make you proud and make this the crown jewel of sailing in the Bahamas.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Giorgio Bain.
Good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Shell
Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. During the month of May, we will be conducting the labor force survey on various islands, including New Providence, Grand Bahama, Abaco, Long Island, Bimini, San Salvador, and North Eleuthera.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the number of employed individuals, those seeking work, and the size and location of the labor force. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all the information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas.
Please remember that our survey enumerators will be uniformed in orange vests with the Department of Statistics written on them, as well as photo IDs.
So if we visit your dwelling, please welcome us and help us gather accurate information. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
Okay, fam. Disaster preparedness report? Huh?
Plywood, nails.
Check. Leah?
Got the food.
All right. And me? Important documents, first aid, and medication. Check. Uncle Mike? Water safety kit. Check. Lexi?
The mental health and wellness map. I found out that there are ways to reduce stress, fear, loss, and anxiety of a disaster. I even put together a list of persons willing to help us if things get really, really rough. Knowing how to care for mental health needs is an important part of a disaster preparation.
Call the Bahamas Psychological Association today at 356-0039 and ask about our free workshops.
Haven't you heard? Bahamas Liquidation is liquidating 5-star hotel furniture. That's right. Come on down to the Market Street location and get yourself a bedroom package. You can choose from either the full-size package at $525 or the king-size package at $575. Don't need the full package? That's okay, because you can also buy the items individually. Perfect for simple home renovations or furnishing your rental home or Airbnb. You can also check out our Bacardi Warehouse location. Get a queen-size package for $550 and the king-size package for $600. Individually priced items are sold here also. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center, where you say hello to goodbyes.
May 13, 2023, at 8 p.m. Atlantis Paradise Island, Kingdor Parkinson Foundation presents its 23rd Gala Ball, Living a Passionate Life. Entertainment by the Royal Bahamas Police Orchestra and the dynamic group Visage.
Stop into Carey's Uniform Center, Mackey Street to get your tickets. Or call 393-2515 or 773782 for more information.
The 6th edition of the Bahamas Games are on the way. July 7th through the 15th. Get ready for inter-island sporting competition in the spirit of unity and camaraderie. Which island is gonna win? Our nation, our talent, our games. And look out for the B Games crew coming to your island soon. For more information, call 809-1242 or visit thebahamasgames.org.
San Salvador police investigating reports of assaults at a school on that island. Authorities learning around 11:50 yesterday morning that while at a central San Salvador educational facility, a parent and a school executive got into an argument that reportedly escalated, leading to a fight. Police say both women sustained minor injuries and are assisting San Salvador police with the investigation. Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, McKitchell. We have near clear skies again this evening with a temperature of 83 degrees, a relative humidity 67%. We have west-northwest winds at 7 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,014.6 millibars, that's 29.96 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We protected you. 80 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Grand Torquay and Abaco, Marshall, Abaco at 81 degrees. The Berry Islands, 76. 80 degrees in Allenstown, Bimini, 81 in Harbor Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space on Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros at 82 degrees. 80s in Allenstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, Georgetown, Exuma, 82. 82s also in Regatta Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, McGuana, 84. Acklands, 84. Matthewtown, Inagua, 85. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 83 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwest and Central Islands tonight through Friday, the wind's going to remain light and variable with flat sea conditions, 1 to 3 feet. High tide, that will take place at 7:57 this evening. Another high tide at 8:12 tomorrow morning. Now for the southeast bombers, also through Friday, the winds are going to be easterly at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. On Saturday, however, in the northwestern islands, the winds begin to increase. 12 to 18 knots out of the east, wave heights building 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. So caution flags go in place for the northwest Bahamas on Saturday. High tide will occur at 8:54 in the morning with the low tide at 2:57 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands on Saturday, easterly winds also increasing up to 15 to 20 knots. Wave heights building 4 to 7 feet. Caution flags once again for the central and southeastern parts of the country. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
That man in a boat passing through. Hey, what you gonna do? That man in a boat passing through. Hey, don't care if you're a golden or not. Passing through. What you gonna do? Take the wine. Passing through. Hey, hey, I wine on something. Wine up on something. Shake up on something. Wine up on something. Now dance up on something. Wine up on something. Shake up on something. Wine up on something. Cause it's regatta time. Time to join the line. Time to lose your mind.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
This is the super versatile Ring stick-up cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk. Hey, Eddie. Works with Alexa. Comes in tons of power options and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on. Seriously? Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor stick-up cam by Ring.
RPC will soon be celebrating 115 years in the Caribbean,
inspiring us to continue to look forward for better ways to support you.
So we're making changes to serve you the best we can.
And continue to listen to your needs. We want to be clear
that we will continue to strive for better.
To look forward to you being our customers, community, partners, and employees.
Working together as our parents and even our grandparents did.
A chain of islands with a common horizon.
RBC, committed and invested in the region now and into the future.
Link up with BTC and call it one and done. Link up with BTC and call it one and done.
I'm Corval Pyfro.
We watched the races alongside you. We walked the beaches with you, and we danced the nights away right next to you. It's official and unanimous. Exuma owes us nothing because the 67th National Family Island Regatta on beautiful Georgetown Exuma was a smashing success.
As you're aware, we've lost 3 years to COVID, and so this is the first full National Family Island Regatta in all its splendor and all its trappings. This is historic from the standpoint that sailing will be declared the national sport here in Georgetown at this 67th National Family Island Regatta. And we're happy to have BTC on board partnering with us. BTC can be classified as one of our longest sponsors over the many, many years. And so we're grateful that BTC was one of the first person to sign up for the 67th National Family Island Regatta.
The BTC team, we were on the ground and we were offering a whole lot of deals for prepaid and postpaid customers. Not to mention some fantastic giveaways to promote the event. We were happy to be partnering with the committee, and we feel that it was a great time for persons to come to Exuma and experience not just the great atmosphere and weather, but also the hospitality. So once again, thank you so much. We had a great time in Exuma, and we're looking forward to next year.
We are already anxiously counting the days to next year's regatta. So let's make it a date to meet this time next year on beautiful Georgetown Exuma, home of the National Family Island Regatta, along with BTC as we continue to create more of the moments that move us. I'm Corbell Pyfrum. Be well and be back here next. BTC Connection.
Have you been denied a U.S. visa and don't understand why? Have you been turned away from the U.S. border without an explanation? Maybe you've had a prior arrest or conviction and you're not clear on how to move forward at this point. Call our office. We may be able to help. 954-449-1833.
The live broadcast of the coronation of their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla on the ZNS Network will begin at 4:30 a.m. on Saturday, May 6, 2023. Live on the ZNS Network. The coronation, from a prince to a king, is brought to you by
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and the car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. Your car up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
it's savings that you want, then it's savings you shall have. Shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, $1.09. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $3.75. Hallandale eggs, extra large, 1 dozen, $3.79. Sweet Gala apples, 3 for 99 cents. Pork chop ends, $2.49 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals only at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, this is your ZNS Total Sports Check. Good evening, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. The sport of soccer, in particular beach soccer, will be taking center stage here in the country as the Beach Soccer Stadium will come to life May 8th through 14th for the CONCACAF Beach Soccer Qualifiers. Let's take a look. The Bahamas will play host to the 2023 CONCACAF Beach Soccer Championship set to begin on Monday at the Beach Soccer Complex. 12 countries, including the Bahamas, will compete through the 14th, with the 2 finalists qualifying for the 2023 FIFA Beach World Cup. Team Bahamas will open up play with a match against Guatemala. Longtime team member and veteran on the squad, Gavin Christie, encouraging Bahamians to come out and show their support.
We're looking forward to that match. That's a very important match. We encourage all of the people to come out to support. The first games are at 12. There are going to be lots of great games that you can watch, and then the icing on the cake will be watching the Bahamas perform 7:30 each evening. The team has been prepped, and the team is ready, and looking forward to Monday.
Now, Christie adding that the focus moving forward will be to grow the sport through more focus on youth programs.
And is to really go after putting in youth programs, starting to work with schools and high schools to really get all of the kids playing. And it's a new discipline to football, and not every grass is great, but it's not for everybody. And so this just gives another option for soccer players.
And speaking of soccer, GSSA Junior Boys action over at the C.H. Reeves School yesterday. Anatol Rogers taking on L.W. Young. Anatol, they took control early, dominating from start to finish. They would score 2 goals in the first half and added another 3 in the second. They secured a win here, 5-0. Head coach Blair Carnegie pleased with his team, saying they were ready for the style of play.
Calm down. It's a physical game. I could see that LW, they were playing physical, and we were staying too much on the ball. So release the ball and move in the space. Use the spaces. So they executed that, and it turned out well.
There you have it. That's your check on sports for you here on this Thursday. Don't go anywhere. We still have weather still to come.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th 5th Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
If you've got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Home Care Electric and Andrus Beauty Supplies is celebrating their 11th year anniversary with 10 to 20% off store-wide on windows, hurricane supplies, appliances, plates, pots, and pans. They are the largest lighting company in the Bahamas with a newly renovated showroom. Don't miss this special. It all happens from May 1st through May 6th.
Come on down at Home Care, We Care.
Located Joe Farrington Road. Give them a call today at 324-7953.
When you combine decadence, luxury, passion, and attention to detail, you've described Café Channy Noël and Patisserie. Signature authentic French macarons, croissants, pastries for breakfast and lunch will take you on a European Epicurean journey. Enjoy your favorite handcrafted cocktails, coffees, cappuccinos, espressos, and lattes. Life is sweet at Café Channy Noël.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Consort, Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Consort, Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Consort, Bahamas, Sandy Port, Nassau, Freeport, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, area of high pressure will be building across the Bahamas come Saturday right through the weekend, so we'll see an increase in the winds over the weekend, so not the best weekend for boating. Until then, we anticipate near clear skies tonight with a low temperature of 70 degrees, and that's due to the radiation cooling that we anticipate. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty warm day, but mostly sunny. High temperature reaching up to 86 degrees. Your extended weather forecast over the next couple of days. Beautiful weather right through Saturday, but come Sunday, going to have some showers in the forecast. There will be around about 45% chance of that happening. High temperatures, they're going to be in the 80s, and those nighttime temperatures very comfortable right through Saturday, but thereafter we'll see a slight warming trend taking place as we head into the early part of next week. Mikishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. And this programming note before we leave, due to ZNS's live coverage of Jubilee Day tomorrow, that's Friday, May 5th, the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition will begin at 5:30 p.m. and the National Report will be aired from 6 to 7 p.m. Our Jubilee Day coverage begins with a pre-show at 7 p.m. Well, that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.